Yo, fuck, man, I can't get this. Let me see if this shit is even saying. Oh, there you go. Yo, hold on. Test it. Y'all get a mic. Test it. Y'all get a mic. Oh yeah, I can hear that. Bitch. I can hear it. I'm finna start in a minute. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Um, I know it's dark in here, man. I don't. I've messed around and broke my light, so I can't get it to work. So I got to get that fixed, man. I'm gonna go get me another one, man. Um, Man, welcome to Miami Real Talk. This is the first episode. This, you know what I'm saying. This son, I'm starting up. Like I said, I'm gonna bring interviews over here from dudes from Miami, real steppers. You know what I'm saying, real people. You know what I'm saying. Um, we're gonna talk about a lot of ways, a lot of things. That before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Like I say, man, we're gonna try to. We gonna bring a documentary of our days. You know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna bring all my people I know that's from on my Facebook and all that, man. That I know that I grew up with in Miami. That's real people, real dudes, man. Stand up dudes, women. I'm gonna bring them on the channel, man. I'm gonna have one-on-one interviews with them, man. So if y'all get ready for that, y'all gonna get the real history from Dade County, man. From you know what I'm saying, gonna be all the way from Overtown, Carriage City, High Live, and everything in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Everything you could get from Dade, man. I'm gonna bring it to this channel, man. But I'm gonna get this stuff together, man. I'm gonna get this light. I gotta get another light, man. I don't know what I did with the light. Let me see if I move the camera some. Yeah, it ain't. It is what it is. Um, as y'all see, I got my laptop sitting right here because I came across a couple of videos. You know what I'm saying? First off, shout out to my dog Junkie Zell, man. Y'all gonna know, y'all go to his channel, man. It's OG Junk. Y'all go to his YouTube channel, man. Go promote, go help his channel keep growing, man. Let him get his word out. Cause you're gonna get some stuff over there, man, and everything that's under his name, like as far as what he doing now, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about and what I'm bringing to the table. And like I said, I'm gonna have him on. He gonna be one of my people I interview. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people that y'all seen that been on my live, I'm gonna bring them back, but on a one-on-one and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how I can get a little light in here, though. Fuck it, y'all ain't got to see me, man. Y'all gonna see me one of these days. So I'm gonna figure it out. But anyway, like I say, we're gonna get it a little minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little setting up that I gotta finish doing, and we're gonna get ready to it, man. Like I say, man, I want to talk. I see a lot of. Well, I ain't gonna get it today yet. I ain't gonna get it today yet. I ain't gonna get it today yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this intro out the way first. Like I say, I am Yogi Bell. Uh, Eugene, that they know me by in Miami. DJ, DJ Toot. Whatever y'all want to call me, Yogi. You know what I'm saying? That's what they, you know what I'm saying? Them the names I go by in Miami. Y'all can find out my name. Y'all know y'all investigators, so y'all can find out my real name, my government, and y'all can run my name, and y'all will see I'm certified to do what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm certified to do this. Born and raised there, Jackson Memorial Hospital. 44 years old. Yeah, I'm certified to do this. And the people that I'm gonna bring on here, they're gonna be certified to do it. Come on, man. Let me see if I gotta do it through this. But like I say, that's my first EP, man. So I hope it teach y'all son that I'm gonna go. I don't know how long this gonna be, but I'm going. Y'all leave a question about what y'all want to know about down there, and I'll let you know, and we gonna go from there. But I'm finna come on my topic. Like I say, I was sitting here, I was looking at my dog OG Jump, and he was saying something. I mean, he was saying some things that I know we're gonna talk about, but I'm gonna wait till I bring him on and we have that conversation and let him talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, he's gonna bring a light. I'm gonna bring people on here that gonna bring the light from different places of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all ain't got to be hearing about these other people that's be from somewhere else and they be talking about something they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get it straight from the horse's mouth, man. We ain't here to talk about criminating stuff and all that about the shooting up, bang bang, and all that. That's y'all can look that crap up, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look that crap up and y'all can get y'all own thoughts or whatever it is or whatever. But it was just crazy. I was sitting here looking at a documentary person making up a documentary. I mean, doing a documentary. Shout out to him. No hate towards him, but it's like let me pull this camera up, son. It's like a lot of people is ain't giving the real credit where it's due at. You know what I'm saying? Like for a lot of things, a lot of people be screaming about that they don't know about. You get what I'm saying? Because like, all right, 48 hours it brought y'all in kind of insight and inlight of what was going on. A lot of people took that as, oh, that was something we wanted to happen in Miami, but we didn't want that to happen. They did that on their own. You know how they do. You know what I'm saying? Folks do that type of stuff. You feel me? They make up stories and go run with the story and think that it's just what it is. I should have did this earlier. I'm gonna have this all together now. I'm gonna have this all together. I'm gonna have this all together. I'm gonna let y'all just let me get this done. Let me share my channel. Let me share the channel out, get all that done, and then we'll get into it, man. But like I said, I got a lot of things, man. Y'all see what the title say, man. That's what I'm talking on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be talking about overtime. I ain't gonna be talking about poker beans unless y'all got a question about it. Then I answer. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Miami. I'm Miami because I grew up and I was able to go in every neighborhood. We didn't like. I'm gonna just give y'all a history of it. You know what I'm saying? Just give y'all a rundown of it. Like I said, I don't know how long this video will be, but it gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna react off. I'm gonna get a react off a lot of things I was looking at on this dude page. Not saying that he was incorrect. It's just you could tell he didn't have inside history about that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? People really like people really like sleeping on Miami. I mean, Edison Project. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all know the history of Miami, but this is Miami. 62nd. What y'all? It's the place y'all call Little Haiti right now. You get what I'm saying? It's the place y'all call Little Haiti, but not the same district. You feel me? So Edison Project is a place of its own. You feel me? In Miami, it staples on its own. It stand on its own. It's like everybody, when you want to have a good time, like you wanted to come chillax without your problem coming over there because your problem didn't want to come over there, is Edison Project. If if you want to know where the 48-hour name came from, like why I use it on my gaming, it's reasons to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of places in Miami, they was on their bullshit. They definitely was on their bullshit. Everywhere in Miami be on their bullshit. But the whole thing of that video, the way 48 hours started, it was unsolved murders. You know what I'm saying? Unsolved crimes. That's why that show was started. That so people could go to talk now. What the show is now, what the show is now is it's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's about a lot of these dudes rolling over. I don't even know if they paying them. They pay actors. I don't know. But that's not the history of Miami. 48 hours. That's not the history of Miami. It was just on police is trying to get help to solve their crimes that they couldn't solve. You get what I'm saying? And one of the places that always had an unsolved murder count in Miami is Edison Projects. Just little small little projects that sat in the middle of everything in Miami on 62nd Street and 3rd Ave, between 4th Ave and 2nd Ave, from there to 64th Street. You know what I'm saying? And the we ain't gonna get on. We ain't gonna get off top. We ain't gonna go too fast. We ain't gonna go too fast. We ain't gonna go too fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just relax. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna relax because, like I say, this is my first one. So I'm finna enjoy it. I'm finna enjoy this, and instead of me telling y'all, we gonna let this video here, history of the streets, Miami-Dade County. Notice another thing, like I like to tell y'all folks, man, we don't in Miami now. Miami-Dade, we don't consider ourselves a part of Florida no more. We not Florida no more. We the father of Florida. You know what I'm saying? We created, my generation and the generation before me. We created the problem that we have on hand now. So now we trying to step back and recreate to undo that problem we started long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Long time ago. Um. Oh, I hope they can't see me. Ooh. No, it's facing me. Well, y'all, that was that's the life in Alabama, man. You know, niggas arguing and chasing some dude down or whatever, talking to him, trying to get him in the car. Oh, so yeah, sorry for that. Hey, it's live. It's live. It is what it is. But yeah, get back to topic. On this video, it made a lot of history points, and he really did this kind of did his history search, but he didn't do it from the eyes of the people who was really there like at that time. You know, like I say, I think this the same dude. It's called the Real Streets Hood. So if you want to watch the videos, you go to it. You'll catch. I think my dog Junk on there. So we gonna start off with this dude here video on this here, man, and we gonna listen to these characters talk, man. Y'all, we doing something trying to make money. It's hard out here. Feel my dog represent, win the hood. I got all my boys right here. All I can tell y'all, we doing something trying to make money. It's hard out here. Come out here. If you ain't got heart, don't be out here. Right. Gonna get shot for real. Y'all chill, man. all day, every day. Police riding up and down. Don't send. All right. Wait. Let me let him finish. We just trying to do none of that over here. You feel me? We don't do none of that. We don't show off. We don't give y'all niggas the opportunity to come out here and try to pull out on niggas. You gonna get stepped over in that cut. Straight up. Jay, right, Jay? You know, gonna get stepped in that cut. Some little boys like him get left in that cut. I'm telling you, man. But you already know, they gotta say, speak too much on all that crazy. Just know what the hell, man, it's about money. We come to the east side of my periodically. It ain't do nothing, you know. It's all about that cash, man. You gonna get money, about that money, man. All right, right there, they talking about I guess these some cats from North Miami. You know what I'm saying? North Miami is a hood that was created. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like how Christopher Columbus, like he discovered America. The Jamaicans and the Bahamians and the Haitians, when they finally start like standing on their own 2 feet, that's where they got relocated because their parents were trying to not have them grow up in the situation that they was growing up in as youngins. You know what I'm saying? In Miami, when they first got there in Miami. Like I say, the history gonna tell itself. It's gonna say what date. If do I know it's accurate because I was young. You know what I'm saying? When Haitians and Cubans and all this came over to America, I was there. I was alive. You know what I'm saying? Ilion and all that shit. All that shit happened right in my area between Overtown and Edison Projects. It wasn't called Little Haiti at first. It wasn't never called Little Haiti. Right now, it's still not called Little Haiti. They just consider our side of the town as Little Haiti because I'm gonna give y'all a history on that. You feel me? Why they call our area Edison Projects Little Haiti. You know what I'm saying? It's not what y'all think that Haitians took over or they ran something marker or whatever. No, it wasn't like that. It was if you know what Zopound mean, it means unity. And when I say when I was growing up in Miami, we had unity starting off. It was unity. It was love. It was all love before anybody came over. Before Haitians, Mexicans, and all that stuff came over. It was straight family oriented love in Miami. You know what I'm saying? You can go to any house, go to sleep, you get an ass whooping by your next door neighbor, the old lady down the street, shit, the old man down the street. They used to kick your ass if they catch you doing something wrong. So when the wave of the immigrants came, and another thing, I definitely want to let y'all know we didn't know nothing about racism like that. How y'all think y'all know racism? We knew only racism we knew it was cross South Beach and and inside Liberty City before it became what it became. Because one time before I was born, when my mama first came to from Mississippi to Miami, it was really a white neighborhood in the city. And the black people that was already that's like from Overtown, and then the black people that's coming in from Georgia and all this, they started taking back our neighborhoods, the neighborhoods for the blacks. You know what I'm saying? We still had brown sub, we still had PH. Certain hoods was already there. Edison Project was already there, but it was a military bunker. The neighborhood we grew up in, it was a military bunker. They stopped using it, so they gave it to the black folks. They gave it when we started taking it back over. You know what I'm saying? If you know any Haitian, any real Haitian that's from Miami that came back in the days, about my age and a little older than me, I'm 44. The only school they could go to is Edison. Edison Park Elementary, Edison Park Elementary, Edison Middle, and Edison Senior. And it was a reason for that because they didn't want immigrants to branch out to the regular black, the native black Miami people. And another thing, I know I'm gonna go over the place. Stop calling us African Americans. We're not African Americans. We Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Stop calling yourself African Americans, man. Y'all need to stop that. You know what I'm saying? An African know when they're African, and a Haitian know when they're Haitian. A Jamaican know when they're Jamaican, and they know their history, their lineage, because they had a parent that told them what they is, their lineage and shit. Our lineage is Native of America. You know what I'm saying? It's not these fake ass Indians. But we're gonna leave that alone for another day. Let's finish talking. Listen to these dudes here. And by with him saying that, that's everywhere in Miami. Everywhere in Miami, don't think that you can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Or you do need a sort of a pass. You got to get to know somebody that gonna vouch for you to come in the hood. Because like the person who you come to see, they might can't stop a hungry nigga, a snake, from grabbing and biting you. You feel me? They might can't stop you. That's nowadays now. Now it's way worse now. It's way worse now, but it's a little lenient because now that the rap game, you know what I'm saying, since the dope game don't work no more, they leaning towards the rap game, and all the rappers so far is like niggas out of town. So everybody like Miami. So they open the floodgate for these bless. They open the floodgate for the rappers. You know what I'm saying? But y'all normal dudes, don't go down there, man. It ain't no dope down there. It ain't none of that. All that shit slow. That shit done with. You feel me? Nobody ain't doing that no more. That shit sitting there. It's only murder down there and good times as going to South Beach and all that. But the hood could be fun to you if you got a pass. So I think they said Luke said that y'all got to get passes. Like y'all got to notify people when you come down. You in a way you do have to do that. You do have to do that. Notify yourself about coming to Dade. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a little tricky. Like any hood, anywhere in the world, it could be a little tricky if you don't really know nobody. Because if these young dudes out here hungry, the person who you come to see can't stop them from eating. You feel me? They might not stop them from eating because they bond is more different than your bond. Even if you family, you come from out of town. That bond they got in that hood is different than that bond they got with you as a family member from out of town. You still a tourist from out of town. You feel me? Even if you their cousin or whatnot. You feel me? But let's get to it. Not just one bomb over here. Every nigga over here got a bomb. Every nigga over here eat. Every nigga over here eat. Every nigga over here. We got. See, now that's the unity I was talking about. That we start like, all right. Look, the history of Edison projects. I'm gonna give y'all to it from the drawback to when the immigrants came, when Haitians and stuff came. Any if y'all do y'all history, if y'all look at the music group Zopound, you look at their video, they interview, that documentary they told you. They told you they had to come up from getting beat up and all that stuff, getting like that's where Native Americans, blacks, learned racism when the immigrants came. When the Haitians came, it's not because they had dope or nothing like that. They looked different than us, the way they dressed, the way they moved around, and how they talked. It was different to us. So that's how we did a negative part in history for racism. You know what I'm saying? We did that. I was a part of that. But like I say, I fixed it. When you if you keep on staying with the channel, hit that subscribe button, that like button, you'll get more of it, and you'll get the understanding of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Which with no L's, try to avoid all that sucker. But man, it's NB, no Miami, right here in 6 little Haiti. Hey, let me let y'all hear that what he say, cause like what I was finna say is, all right, before it wasn't no affiliate. Haitians wasn't over in North Miami. That's why what he finna say is like I'm if Zopound affiliation, because Lil Haiti affiliate, because I'm gonna wait till we do interviews, man, before I let y'all know. No, I'm gonna tell y'all. All right, we used to fight the Haitians or whatever. We used to beat them up or whatever. So one day I'm finna fight. This before the Zopound thing came up or whatever. Before it was Zopound. Zopan really started as a rap group, like, you know what I'm saying, a little rap group, so we could unite our little hood. You know what I'm saying? Lemon said because Red Eye, Red Eye, Bird, them, all of them stayed close to Edison Project. They stayed. All right, if you go check out the video Young Thug did, that's Edison Project that they made down there. That's him and Birdman and all that. That's my hood. You don't see that in no other hood. You feel me? Because we created Edison Projects. Then if we affiliation of Lil Haiti. You feel me? But Lil Haiti only started because of Edison Project. If that make any sense to y'all, you see what I'm saying? We was losing structure in Edison Projects slowly but surely. So I found the structure and not Red Eye. I found it with Bird them, Blind, all them. That's who I ran with. So certain situations happen in the get down, and them boys that learned the situation, and it was what it was, and we became friends. And we sat at the round table with, all of Macazo, James Lowe, Agno, my Uncle Ty, all of we sat at the table. You know what I'm saying? The boys sat at the table. I was a young dude, so but I was wild. I was on my bullshit, so I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of the round table. The first name that Zopound was gonna be was Bun Click. If you don't know what Bun mean, that's a plant. Big Jazz, they'll tell you that Bernard, all them boys, the two brothers, they'll tell you. We were first gonna call it the Bun Click. It started at Edison Middle. You know what I'm saying? And the day I stood up with them boys when they were finna fight, it got to the point where two Haitian groups were finna fight each other. The Zombie Boys, and it wasn't Zopound yet. It was just some Haitians from 56. You know what I'm saying? The zombies weren't zombies. It was just some Haitians from the other side, right by where we stayed at. Hold on, let them finish talking. Every nigga over here, we got whips, but no L's. Try to avoid all that sucker. But man, it's NB, North Miami, right here in 6 Avenue, little Haiti affiliates. We just making it, man. We just trying to make it, man. You see what he said? Little Haiti affiliate. That means they branched off or they grew when North Miami became North Miami. They grew and made their own creative crew, but they still had to go under our wings and still, move around how we were moving around. You feel me? And I'm not hiding my face. I just ain't got a camera. I mean, my light is broke. That y'all see right there. Hold on. Miami Dade has always had a powerful history in the black communities and the rep. Hold up. Let me see if I can share it. So let's finish listen to this the way, you know what I'm saying. Like I say, Buddy did his history. He did his research on names and numbers and all that. But certain things we got to talk about because he didn't know the facts to it. I guess when he reported it. So and when he made the video is like 2020 old. You know what I'm saying? Plantation is one of the roughest cities in the country. The recruitment of blacks in the late 1800s and early 1900s to help with the development of South Florida. The booming communities with successful black-owned businesses of the mid-1900s and the decline that led to the violence and drugs taking over the headlines after the cocaine cowboy days of the 70s and 80s. All right, the cocaine cowboy. I know they put out a story out that's like they supposed to be, no, it was like they supposed to be the start of a situation. Like they was with the cocaine cowboys, but I don't know if they ever told y'all the history of it, like how it started. Really the that shit started with some Italians, no, some what they call them motherfuckers, some Cubans. Them Cubans and them what the motherfucker called dude that got killed over cross seas. Babe, what dude what that where they got the nigga that had the hippos in his house that killed on the big drug dealer cross seas? No, not Tony Montana. Um he had some hippo. He had got killed in Colombia. Colombia. Escobar. Well, not that Escobar, but Colombia. Colombia and these goddamn Cubans, they came over. And this was the day when they came over, they gave off they like and it was really just in our neighborhood. It started off in our neighborhood and then spread it around, you feel me? They was giving out they were giving out bricks. Nigga bricks was cheap. Nigga was eating, you feel me? Now, like I say, this is before the Haitians found their way across the water to get here. You feel me? So before the Haitians came, it was some cocaine cowboys, but that came from the real what it do lie. The real name came from some Cubans and some Colombians. You know what I'm saying? They came over and flooded the street with cocaine, and then like certain groups in hoods in Miami, they got their cocaine. You know what I'm saying? And they call themselves the cocaine cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. All right, see, we gonna take this back a little bit. You feel me? See, this what I mean when people they talk about history. You feel me? The Booby Boys didn't start like they wasn't no they wasn't a beginner like a beginner well known gang in Miami when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? The Booby Boys were they manifested into who they was. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that a lot of people respect the Booby Boy before they respect Edison Project, and that's why I'm doing this video to start my videos my this channel off, man. It's crazy. We was around before anything was called by the Booby Boys or Zopound and all that. We was already there. You feel me? Do your history. If you call yourself a Haitian, call somebody that you know that's in Zopound that was in the early Zopound and ask them about Edison Project. No, you matter of fact, you could just look at it on Young Thug videos, and it'll let you know Edison Project's always been. You didn't see them do that in Carol City. You didn't see them do that they might have did it in Overtown, Brown Sub and all that. You didn't see Zopound over there like that. You didn't see Haitians had certifications to go to places like that before this video came out. They had to get certified to come in our hood to come do videos in our hood. And like I say, I'm a fine bird, I'm a fine blind, I'm a fine red eye, and I'm gonna hit them boys up, and I'm gonna put them boys on a video. I'm gonna put them on a video, and they'll tell you, and they'll let you know what. Let's see what this say. All right, it's like Carol City became a black community in the 70s, known as a number of cliques that invaded other Dade County neighborhoods. All right, when these invasions was going on, like when they were pushing when like a lot of black folks were coming from out of town, running from I don't know what the fuck they were running from, and the black folks that was here, you know what I'm saying? they really had stuck like in Overtown, Brown Sub, and like I say, and the part of 62nd and Edison Projects and all that, Lemon City, that was really a white neighborhood. It was really a whole white neighborhood. If you go look up the history of Edison Senior and go back to the days before they got their football team and everything, it was a bunch of white people in that book. You know what I'm saying? And we came and took over. But, you know what I'm saying?
The media as the Booby Boys and the Bajas of Curl City.
And like I say, Carol City wasn't no. In the time I'm talking about, as me being 44, Carol City wasn't no place that it was gangsters. Like it was like so much gangsters over there. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I'm talking about the situation what Buddy's saying. I'm just scraping little points he said, but not respectfully. He talked this shit. But I got some shit coming up though, live. I got some shit coming up about home plate, bro. I just wanted to straighten this because it's like a lot of these people make these videos and they keep calling my neighborhood, but you'll show my neighborhood, but you calling it Little Haiti. Now, Little Haiti is something that was on the northeast side, like cross Second Ave, rather. It's on northwest cross Second Ave. You feel me? It's not this neighborhood y'all keep showing. They never show. I never seen them do a video and show Little Haiti. You know why they don't show that? Cause they ain't allowed to go over there. These niggas scared to go over there. And you see when they show Edison Project, they slide by. They slide by. When they show Overtown, they slide by. These dudes that making these videos, they wasn't there. So I don't know. Like I'm saying, I guess they reading books. They reading books. It is what it is. Carol City has since changed after becoming part of the city of Miami Gardens. All right. Like I say, just like how that just said that. Carol City changed to Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens is its own thing, man. And like I say, it's a piece of Carol City, but it's its own thing. You feel me? Carol City is Carol City. Carol City got its own foundation point. You feel me? I feel you. Now I was doing like I said, I was doing a video. I'm doing a video because this is my first one, so I'm trying to get used to it. So yeah, I just wanted to scrape the little points they had about my neighborhood Edison Project. You know what I'm saying? It was little small shit. It wasn't nothing major though, but I just figured to start my first video off like this.
Opalaka apartments nicknamed the Pinks and the Blues or the Triangle, the small.
Now the bad Opalaka always been there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can remember times, man, Opalaka always been there. Just know that. And Opalaka is right. Coming from my house, Opalaka is right before you get to Carol City. Carol City was like a place of, all right, even if you were black, your parents your parents were doing something right where they was raising you not to be in the hood. You feel me? They were trying to keep you away from the hood. So you grew up in Carol City. Then they start moving people around and people started being able to like to see other stuff. Because to us growing up, Carol City was like going out of town, like going to Broward or something. You know what I'm saying? We always consider Broward, Fort Lauderdale as out of town. Because we didn't go no farther than Opalaka. We might stop right there at Opalaka, at Bunch Park. So, like I say, in Miami, when I was growing up, Miami wasn't about all this killing and all that. That shit started in like the 70s, like a little bit, and a little bit of late 70s, close going into the 80s, and the majority of the 80s. You feel me? So it wasn't killing when I was growing up as in 1976. It wasn't killing. It wasn't like killing like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I can say probably by the time I turned about 7 years old, that's when the immigration thing went to moving around. And then shit started kind of like going crazy. But like I say, Edison Project, it was like the mecca of where everybody can come chill at. Like, I don't want to put no crimination shit out there like that. So, cause we don't violate like that. So, like I say, it's a lot of things I grew up around seeing in my household in my face that I got old pictures of. I can show Bucky Brown. with my mama, and I can show Ike with my mama. I got these pictures, but I'm gonna soon show them. Not today, but I'm gonna show them, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like if you knew you had a safe haven place that you could sit dope at, Edison Projects was that place when he Colombians and the Cubans were giving out that dope.
The home of 21 Jump Street received national attention when the violence increased after the local Robin Hood of Rick Brownlee was arrested. The number of
I'm gonna let that play.
clicks in Little Haiti was the likes of the Zopound, Zombie Boys, and Street Action.
Like, see, that's where the problem come in. Then now this way the video take a left at. You feel me? This way the video take a left at. I'm telling y'all, Zopound was a rap group. A bunch of kids in middle school rapping. They was rapping. Because when they learned English in elementary and stuff like that, and they got to middle school, they learned when they got their master their English. So they like I don't know how to say it. They learned English. They learned English, learned how to talk like Americans. But they wasn't Haitians. They called themselves Jamaicans and stuff. No disrespect, no none of that. But it's just history. If somebody else could put out false history, I could scrape that history because I was there. You feel me? Now listen to this.
Policy that was formed by the Haitians in the 90s and 2000s after Rick Brownlee was arrested. The number of clicks in Little Haiti was the likes of the Zopound, Zombie Boys, and Street Action Posse that was formed by the Haitians in the 90s and 2000s after being tired of the.
You hear what they said in the 2000s, but the part I got a problem with is that he said with the African Americans. We wasn't African Americans. We was natives. We was a Native Americans, Miami born and raised, and we seen, like I said, we seen people come in that didn't talk like us, that didn't dress like us, they didn't look. They looked like us. They were the same color, but they couldn't talk like us. You know what I'm saying? So when I was telling my wife about that's how we learned racism, we didn't like. I'm not gonna go to the discrimination thing. We'll talk about that when we talk about JT Money. But we didn't know racism like that towards white people. White people, it was a different thing going towards white people. White people didn't come in on. That's neither here nor there. When the Haitians came, they came after the Cubans and the Colombians. You know what I'm saying? They came after that. As y'all heard out of a Haitian mouth that's just said it in 2000. Let me see. And they see they got, yep, he got it right. Northwest 7th Ave was allegedly a dividing line between the Haitians and no. Listen, on this side of 7th Avenue, this was considered Liberty City as a whole. On this side of 7th Ave was considered Lemon City. It wasn't never Little Haiti. It wasn't never no haven for Haitians and all that. Haitians was going through hell back then, around that time. They don't have nothing to do with the 7th Ave separation. It wasn't none of that. We had a separation from the city, from Liberty City, from Lemon City. That was it. That was the separation. It was between Native Americans. That's it. It's Americans on this, Black Americans on this side, Black Americans on this side. It was just two different projects over here. The Poker Beans and all that shit was this way, and Edison Project was this way. There was no Little Haiti. It was 56th Street, 56 between 56 and 54. That was there. You know what I'm saying? That was there all the time. Where black people stayed at. You feel me? And where Shalom at and all that. You feel me? But there wasn't no separation. The Haitians invaded. If I'm using the right term, but this is the history. I'm telling y'all the history. The Haitians invaded our neighborhood. You feel me? They could have went across 7th Ave, but they didn't. They only stayed on this side of 7th Ave, where we stayed at in Lemon City. You know what I'm saying? Little Haiti wasn't Little Haiti. I just left Miami. I not too long ago just left Miami. I've been going from Miami probably about maybe going on 20 years, but I've been back and forth. It wasn't Little Haiti. Little Haiti, if you go to Miami, you go there and you do a map search, it will show you what is Little Haiti and what is Lemon City and what is Edison Projects. You get what I'm saying? You can look it up on a map, Edison Court. I think it'll say Edison Court, Lemon City. You can look it up. But the surrounding of us from Second Ave over, like if you on this side of Second Ave, you was in Edison Project. If you on this side, you was in what considered now is Little Haiti. That was Little Haiti. Haitians didn't want to go in Little Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Haitians didn't want to go in Little Haiti. We adopted that. We adopted that culture because you had like you had the Booby Boys. You had John Doe. You had all these cliques that had a name. See, Edison Projects, we never named that. We just called ourselves EP. If you ask anybody, like I say, my age or older, or the people I bring on the on the panel, y'all will see who I do the interviews with. They'll tell you we wasn't called Lil Haiti. We just adopted the Lil Haiti thing because they came with a flag. They came with something we could hold. We could come as a unity as black folks. This is what it was about. We could come as unity as being black folks, and we really didn't have nobody to fight. We really just had the police. That's the only people, and we didn't even fight them. We didn't have to fight the white folks. The white folks stayed on South Beach. They didn't come across Biscayne. They didn't come across none of that. They didn't come across there. The only way they come across there, they had to work in the city somewhere in the expressway, mess up, and they had to come detour our way to 62nd, which was a wrong idea for them. You know what I'm saying? And if, like I say, when I bring these people on the panel, it'll more clarify what I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do got to get used to doing this. But that's the false narrative. 7th Ave wasn't the cutoff from Haitians and African Americans. There was no such thing as African Americans. We were black people. We were black Americans. We just what we is. We Native Americans. We natives of Miami. It was a separation from Liberty City and Lemon City. Two different sides of of Miami, Dade County. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, we was all Liberty City. Long as Overtown consider themselves Overtown, and down from there, you leave 20th Street and you come all the way down 2nd Avenue and you come all the way down to maybe give or take 56, 54, no 55th, probably about 60 Ave, 60th Street. That's probably was where you were cut off the line. And that was that middle bunch was like where all the Haitians were hiding at because they was runaway. They were immigrants. They were running from the police because they weren't supposed to be in the country. They came illegally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling y'all no lie. I'm telling y'all facts, and I'm gonna back that up as soon as I get everything running right with my people.
Yankees or African Americans harassing them after their arrival in Lemon City during the 1980s.
You heard what he said. Now y'all heard it. He said after they arrived in Lemon City, it wasn't Little Haiti. It was called Lemon City, and our neighborhood was Edison Projects. It was none of this Little Haiti stuff. That was created like somewhere in like in the 90s or by the 2000s, by the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? They start calling the whole neighborhood as a whole as Little Haiti because I ain't gonna go there. We'll get to that when I bring Blind them on. They'll let y'all know that.
Liberty City's reputation of blocks like the 6-1 or apartments like Lincoln Field and the Pork and Beans would include the infamous 15th Avenue, a popular spot in Miami since before the 60s, became one of the most active areas. Hoods like Swamp City or Four Cent and projects like Town Park and Rainbow Village in the Overtown area has helped the community stay in the headlines, similar to the Cocaine Cowboy days. From north to South Dade County, the streets of Miami are one of the roughest in the country.
Man, shit, the struggle is real, you feel me? All I can say really about that is
Piran is down south. That's way down south. Down south used to be a straight place to go to. Like if you couldn't, because you couldn't. Like I say, when we go to the beach, we used to go to Holover, and it was another beach. I forgot what the name of it is, but there was another beach in on like I say on this side of Biscayne, not South Beach, on this side of Biscayne. So Crandon Beach, all that shit like that. We doubled the Black Beach. You know what I'm saying? And then like I say, the Cubans and the Colombians had came down, and it was getting to the point where that's where the point of all the killing was going on at between the Cubans and the Colombians. And if you look at the history, if you look up the history before Miami, when Miami was so-called with the cocaine cowboy, it wasn't black people that were dying at that time. It was Colombians and Cubans that were dying. They were killing each other. They were going like that. The Lady Blanca and all that. They were going to war with each other. They were going trying to they were trying to put hog tie, trying to lock down the I don't know how to say it, the transportation or the trafficking of cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't crack at this time. It wasn't. Nobody wasn't selling crack at this time. Everybody was selling cocaine and weed. That's all you knew, cocaine and weed. But Paran was a good place for black folks. That's where it was like a safe. It was like a place where the crime didn't hit up there like early, like how when it started in Miami, because all the dope landed in Liberty City and Overtown and Lemon City, Little Haiti, and all in Caris, Opelika and all that, and Hialeah. You feel me? So it wasn't bad in Paran back in the days. Like way back in the day, it was you could like if your family was throwing a party. 9 times 10, y'all like families really started in like down south, Overtown, Brown Sub, shit like that. That's how we all black people was staying there until they start opening up the little places be called projects.
Yeah, walk around, you see a thousand crackheads. You feel me? Yeah. That's what it is. Like, you got certain ones make it out. Yeah, the job. That's what it is right now. If I give you a job, because this shit is real, man. Real. It's struggle. That struggle is real. Niggas telling them.
And like I say, for a young person from from Paran down south, Ghouls anywhere, to say that they were gangsters, and this is why I say Dade County, we don't consider ourselves Florida. We just Miami-Dade County, just that. Like you gotta, if you and your daddy got the same name, like both y'all daddy, like your daddy name Miami, and your name gonna be Miami Junior. That's what Florida is. Florida is like the juniors of Miami. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. Like I say, a lot of places wasn't thugging like they thugging until the white folks start moving these so-called women's around, far as hood, Section A, and all that. And some of these young dudes was already they already were bit by the bug of the street. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, when the Colombians and the Cubans came, man, we were getting bricks for $500. The whole brick, $500. The whole brick. And this how I'm trying to explain this to you. I never knew about jumping off the porch. I never knew what that meant at one time growing up. I didn't know what that meant, because we always, from the day you were born in Jackson Memorial Hospital, the day you left, you was in the streets. You feel me? We wasn't like the regular kids that, not saying we was no better. No, I'm talking about we had it bad, as far as we didn't know we had it bad before the cocaine dropped. We didn't know we was poor. We didn't know we were poor. We didn't know that our parents couldn't, when they go to Miami Beach to work, they had to be back before a certain time, or they'll go to jail over there working. This the time I grew up. When my mama used to work in South Beach, she used to have to make it back home before the street lights come on. And before that, they used to start you working. Like my mama used to tell me, they started them working at, like a lot of family members say, They started them working at any age. 13. You used to get ID, and then you go on South Beach. Even when like movie stars and stuff used to like people who used to make music, like Betty Wright and all them, when they used to do their shows, they couldn't sleep in South Beach because they were black. So they had to go stay in Overtown. Overtown was like the mecca for black folks, you know what I'm saying, at that time, around that time. You feel me? But it wasn't no Paran. Like right now, a lot of musicians, if they couldn't stay in South Beach, they'll go to Goose, Paran. They're the first. They went West Palm Beach. They went that way. They would have never stopped in Overtown like that if Overtown wasn't a mecca for black folks. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about Edison projects. When I'm gonna bring an Overtown dude on, and y'all gonna see. Facts. Now that's facts. That's what's going on right now down there in Miami.
This kid has been growing up together, they killing each other like it ain't nothing. Right. See me? Fucking everybody want to get a dope boy, you know. Shit, ain't no real money though. Ain't no money coming through no more. Like all the old heads told me, all the real people I know, I used to sell drugs. When I was coming up, I talked to them, give me the game. What's going on? They tell me it ain't working. Ain't no money coming through right now. You might as well just stay with your
Real talk.
You know, that's what it do.
That dope game ain't nothing but murder.
The streets of Miami began in a few communities, neighborhoods like Coconut Grove, founded by Bahamians, and Overtown, home to African Americans, beginning in the late.
See, I can't. I'm not gonna let the 20 year babies keep saying African Americans. We was not African Americans, man. We were black people. We were the indigenous people of United States, the indigenous people of Florida, the indigenous people of Miami, the indigenous people of this country. You know what I'm saying? Stop calling yourself African American, man. Y'all not no fucking African American. Well, some of y'all might be, but you got to be an African that came from Africa and had a baby in America for you to be an African American. That ain't how it went down. Cause like I say, yeah, we're going to read that African Americans from cities in Alabama, Georgia, North Florida came to Miami soon after. I just told y'all that. A lot of people, when they first came from Mississippi and stuff like that, the first places they landed was Brown Sub, Overtown, Hialeah, and the Poker Beans. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't come across that 7th Ave media strip, what we call Lemon City at that time when my mom first got to Miami, because that was a bunch of white folks before they got to South Beach. You feel me? And you get what I'm saying?
1800s, blacks were recruited to help with the development of South Florida.
South Florida. Let me give you another history. Let me give you another history talk. Miami was already built. When we grew up, what we call Edison Project, it was the Army base. It was the Army base. You get what I'm saying? All this stuff was already built. You know what I'm saying? They talking about a building just dropped in Miami, just collapsed, and it was only 40 years old. You feel me? Miami always was not a day in the Miami now. Now it's different now. If you go through Dade County, you go through Lemon City, if you go through Overtown, you go to Art City, you go to stuff like that. The Poker Beans even changed. We used to have and another project he didn't call out. It was another project out there. It's called Poker Bean and Scott Project. He didn't say nothing about Scott Projects, but he could talk about Lincolnfield and see. You got to get your facts together. It was a whole project called Scott Project. Where some of my family was at Site 16. See, he don't know about them places. He don't know that's the name of these places. You get what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there. He just telling y'all the story that he read up that these white folks wrote to him. And now that that's the words. But I'm telling y'all as a black man, a native of Miami, it wasn't all that's what he's cracked up to say. But like I say, no disrespect to the real streets hood. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. It just you need to get your facts together. You know what I'm saying? You need to really get your facts together. You know what I'm saying? Before you go to talking about, if you was a young dude, I mean a dude my age or something like that, you wouldn't call Edison Projects Lil Haiti. You would never made that mistake. Even Bird or Red out of tell him, dog, you made a mistake. That's Edison Project. Edison Project is Edison Project. Lil Haiti is Lil Haiti on this around this situation. That unifies together. That's one as in black folks. We stopped looking at each other as a Haitian in America in America, and a black American. We started looking at each other as black people. That way we could start getting people to start being back united, but it didn't work that way because now at this time, the Haitians were fed up again, keep on treated like they was like how black people get treated from white people. They got mad. They got fed up. They stuck together. They became a part of Miami. They became a part of the United. They became a part of Miami. But they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have did it if it wasn't for the like a certain situations that, like I said, I don't want to speak upon until I can have the person sitting here and I can get them on here and they can tell y'all what I'm telling y'all is facts, even though I'm messing up my words like as usual when I'm new at something. So y'all give me a minute. Trust me, part 2 will be the next episode will be good, just as good. I mean, I'll be better.
Between the 1930s and 1950s, the community expanded with developments that were built throughout the city. Housing projects like Liberty Square, known as the Pork and Beans, one of the first projects in the country.
Lies. Like I said. Oh, he finna say over the country. Because like I said, if he knew his history, he would have said something about Scott Projects. He would have said something about PSU. He would have said something about Rainbow. He did say he wrote Rainbow down. Rainbow. All these places, these were hoods that was on the other side of 7th Ave. You feel me?
In Carver Village, one of the first
like, all right. Carver Village is a PSU if y'all, for ones who don't know. But I'm gonna read this little piece he put right here. Carver Village building the all-white Edison Center. I'm from Edison Project. I just told y'all before I even got here that the neighborhood that I'm from was originally none but white folks. I just told y'all it wasn't called Lil Haiti. It wasn't called none of that. And it wasn't even black people there like that. We was around, you know what I'm saying? We was around, but we wasn't in this area. It was nothing but white people going from this point to about the South Beach. You feel me? They were going back to South Beach, going that way, or going back down south towards Goulds or something like that. They came out. What they say on like he got that fact right. But when we was Edison Center, it was white people. It was white people, and when when they made the Army base a project, you know, as black folks, we name our own shit and we call it the Edison Project. Ask any Haitian that's from Miami, that's not from North Miami, that's from Dade County, Miami, so-called Little Haiti. Ask them where that started from, and they'll tell you Edison Project. Just bring that up. Oh, what about EP? And they'll tell you what that is. They'll give you a history lesson on why we had no choice but to unite together. Because we were going to end up killing each other.
Live outside their traditional segregated communities, help the population of Liberty City to grow.
If y'all could have seen this, what you see on this picture on the camera right here, that's Edison Project. That's Edison Project. That's not. We stopped it from being Lemon City. We took off the Lemon City. We named it Edison Center, Edison Court. Then the black, when we got in and really started, you know, growing up, we called it EP. As anybody in Miami. But it seemed like a lot of people just don't want to respect that name, but they'll respect the poker. They'll respect the name of, instead of calling Poker Beans by their real name, they'll call them Poker Beans. You get what I'm saying? They'll respect Poker Bean as that. Instead of calling they'll break down Opalaka and talk about the Bab and 21 Jump Street and all that. But it's all Opalaka. It's just Opalaka. Just like we want to, I'm standing up and trying to get the history out that now we want to be called Edison Projects, man. We tired of always being at 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm gonna retell y'all what the first would before the world went to getting 48 hours to show. 48 hours meant to us is unsolved murders. You know what I'm saying? Murders that went unsolved. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about these dudes snitching when they made it into a show like show like that. No, these folks, the police, the homicide units, and all them, they was mad because they couldn't, because we had a no snitch policy down there. You know what I'm saying? No talking, no nothing, no nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So they came up with the 48 hours. It was for because it was unsolved murders. It wasn't about because they kept on getting these snitches and getting people to snitch. That shit just happened. I don't know what breed that breed was something else. That's another generation. But this is as a project. This right where I stayed at. The house that you see right now is Miss Ernestine house. She done passed away. God bless her soul. And Alum, I know everybody that stayed over here in this area right here. But if you go back some, but this neighborhood I grew up on. The street right here, that's right here going down this way, that's way my. I don't want to glorify that type of shit, but that was my stumping ground down this street right here. The store that's right in front of this picture, like where he facing this way, the store that's in back of his head is the 48-hour store where y'all kept seeing people getting killed at this store, and you know what I'm saying? At this little Arab store, Mike store. You know what I'm saying? That the store when we called it 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? My wife could tell you that shit went down. But this was my stumping ground right here, going down this street here. This one whole strip and hitting the corner and coming back around to the next corner was my whole trap. You feel me? And I'm gonna bring people on, and I'm gonna make sure I find this picture and keep a screenshot of this picture. Cause let me see if I can make it big. That's what I should have did. The whole time I should have just made it big. Y'all see it now. This was the neighborhood I grew up in. If I'm lying, my wife right there, she could tell y'all. Yes, sir. I didn't get it from the nowadays 48 hours. I got it from the 48 hours when I was growing up, when it was considered as unsolved murders, where they wanted to have people they would get they wanted people, they wanted older people and all that to start snitching, see something, say something. It didn't work in our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? That's why you see like it wasn't a lot of snitching. If you go back to the way before videos of 48 hours, it wasn't no snitching. And a lot of the videos was in my neighborhood in Edison Project. And that's why they called us unsolved murders. You know what I'm saying? We 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you, I didn't make this name up to be funny. This something we represented at the crib before shit would just start going south. You feel me? It was about unsolved murders. All right. It say, see on here, you wouldn't see Little Haiti. You see Victory Home, you see Liberty Square called the Poker Beans. This is what I'm saying. You put AKA as, and I'm talking to you on the hood dude, whatever who made this video. You put Liberty Square for AKA Pork Beans, but you put Edison Court. You should have said, oh, he got Scott Projects up here. He should have put Edison Courts, AKA EP or Edison Projects. You know what I'm saying? And these some of the first housing projects. Larchmont. That's where my son stay at. My youngest son, he stay in Larchmont. He from Larchmont. It's a little tough little area, but it's a lot of, it done became a place where a lot of Haitians at. Scott Projects, I was just telling y'all about that. That's where some of my family members from. Victory Homes, PSU, same thing. Carver Village, same thing as PSU and all that. And Liberty Square, aka Pork and Beans. I just told that's what I was saying, man. You need to call them as who they is. If you're gonna call them, you should have just not called them Poker Beans. You just said Liberty Square. anybody from Miami would have known it was Liberty Square. If you ain't gonna call all the hoods the name.
Most of the projects were placed in Lemon City and Liberty City as the city was promoting.
Between night, hold on, I'm gonna read this. Because I can almost guarantee you, the person who made this, who run this channel, I can almost guarantee you he a Haitian. I can almost guarantee you he's a Haitian. And I'm talking about he like the newer days Haitian. He ain't no Haitian that got certification that said he could make this video. But he a Haitian nonetheless. Between 1930s and the 1970s, many fell into despair during the maintenance crisis of the 80s as the government withdrew federal funding. All right. Like I say, we didn't grow up on back in my mama days and my grandma days and all my older people that's my mama age and older and whatever in that middle towards my age, they made you go get jobs. They didn't have all that. And then they started the welfare. Like I say, I can't even tell you like when, but it didn't. It had to start sometime after a lot of that killing went going on about in the 80s with the Colombians and then American. Then we black folks started learning, getting immune to the killing, and then Haitians started fighting for themselves and they started killing. That's when all the killing started, like in 80s. I say by 86, 87, not 85. 85, 84. You know what I'm saying? Because I got shot at 13. So you do the math. I'm 44 now. So government withdrew federal funding followed by a country. And this is another reason why Miami cut itself off from like every other part of Florida. Because we wasn't getting the benefits that all the other Floridas was getting. Like when you move around, you going to different places of Florida, you start realizing that these people here was living good while we down here just going by, going to the grocery store, going to push buggies for a quarter here and there. Because back then shit was cheap as hell. It was like shit, candy was a penny. You could buy shit with a penny. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy shit with pennies now. I was born in the days where you could buy shit with a penny. And that penny was hard to come by to find that penny. Now y'all throw pennies on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to find a penny. It wasn't like our food stamps didn't come on no card. Our food stamps came in a book, a whole book. Funny story. Right here. We're going to go back to right here where we was right here. Hold on. Let me see if he's going to go down the street. Let me see how far he go. All right, right here. This part of the here, y'all can't see it because he got some words up there. But this house right here is where we used to watch all the pay-per-view games that like all the pay-per-view fights. We used to all look up on here and we used to watch them right there. It say the housing authority of the 90s and the 2000s, which led to evictions.
During this time, all black suburbs were constructed for the middle class, like Richmond Heights and South Miami.
Like I was saying, when they start, when after they got all this killing out the way and all this the hate, all the controversy that goes on, what people feel like they know about Miami, the concept that they pushed on the news, the shit that they kept pushing. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it's gonna be a known deal. We're gonna ask you, like I say, we're gonna ask. The only standard project it is right now that's in Dade County or in Lemon City, other than Liberty City, listen to what I say. It's Edison Projects. That's the only standing project it is right now. I ain't talking about Largemont, the Largemont on the other side of 64th Street. Edison Project, it still look like Edison Projects right now to this day. Right now to this day. Everywhere else look different. If you go over town, they got sky risers. Cause they can't do nothing with this because our neighborhood is like the landmark of his own place. This is my hood right here. It's still standing, looking just like this. Talk to some people from over town. They can't tell you their place look like this, and that's a historical place. They let them keep the houses, but they knocked down a lot of apartments. Ask even the so-called Little Haiti. Ask them if do Little Haiti look like the same? Do it look like Little Haiti? You know what I'm saying? It don't look like what Little Haiti no more. They got a lot of sky risers down there right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit done changed, but Edison Project still look like this right here. Scott Project is gone. Poker Beans is gone. Um, Liberty City is gone. All this stuff, all these places is gone. The only place that's still standing, it's not no Little Haiti or none of this. Take the name out of it. It's Edison Project. It's Edison Project. Edison Project is the only project that's still standing.
During this time, all black suburbs were constructed for the middle class, like Richmond Heights in South Miami and Bunchy Park or Opelika.
Bunch Park. It's not.
Highway displaced people from over.
See what I'm saying? He called stuff the wrong name. It's Bunch Park. Yeah, and it's Opelika. I got a wild story about that one day. We went to go live with not live with him, go spend the night at my cousin's house. And his mom and them, they stayed in Opelika. So, like I say, at that time, we was like, like I say, we were probably about 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, something in that area. And we walked to the pool. We walked to Bunch Park. We didn't know these dudes here still like they stole. Them niggas stole our shoes and we had to walk home with no shoes on the hot streets of Miami. Boy, I never went back to Opelika again until I got grown. Until I had a car. And you know what I'm saying.
The town, together with school and community integration, people began to move to places like Little River and Curl City in the 60s and 70s.
Let me see what it say. Hold on. He did some research on what he crack got on file though. I ain't gonna lie. During the 60s and 70s, blacks moved into places like Opelika. I just told y'all that. And we ain't even get to this point. I just told y'all that. I explained that to y'all when we got the white folks out of Lemon City. Our parents grew up in Overtown, Brown Sub, Scott Projects, Poker Beans. That's where the PSU, the Village, all that. That's where all the black folks was staying at. And across this 7th Ave, Lemon City, it was nothing but white folks. Until we started migrating over there and pushing our way in there because we needed more room as black folks. But we wasn't, like I say, back in my days, it wasn't violent. It looked at something similar to this situation here. Everybody was cool. Everybody was family oriented. Even if y'all wasn't family, y'all were family. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Y'all get in fights, y'all friends the next second. Shit like that was going on. Most of the time, women didn't fight, girls didn't fight most of the time. But half the time, they'll get it in. They were getting their little shit in. Miami Gardens, North Miami. Like, I can't say it was in the 70s that they started going to North Miami. Now, that's a lot. And Miami Gardens, that's a lot, too. South Dade areas, black folks was kind of down there already. But North Miami and Miami Gardens, there wasn't no, and not in the 80s, not in the 70s, there wasn't no, like, a mass of black folks down there, like Carrot City and all that. It wasn't a mass of black folks down there. The black folks was down there, the one who had a little, you know what I'm saying, family had a little money or whatever. Miami Gardens just been created. That's just been created not too long ago. Shit, somewhere in the 2020s. I mean, 2000s. Sometime in the 2000s. North Miami was just created in the 2000s. These are places that, like, North Miami is strictly now, that's what they should call Little Haiti. He should have a parenthesis right there and say Little Haiti, because that's where all the Haitians went at. Miami Gardens at first, it was made for Jamaicans, but it was called something else. Lake Lucerne, something like that, and that was for Jamaicans and Bahamians and stuff like that. But it was like an area. Now it's Miami Gardens, and now it's North Miami. And like I say, North Miami is on Northeast Second, going down. So they should call that. But they call you like I just heard Buddy at the beginning of the video. Lisa gave respect. They Lil Haiti affiliate. I represent Lil Haiti because from my growing up, you feel me? From the way I grew up, I represent Lil Haiti. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Lil Haiti representative. You feel me? I'm not a affiliate. I'm a representative at Lil Haiti. You feel me? They affiliated because they doing their thing on another side of town that you know what I'm saying. They can't really get. They got to get past. They had to get past to come in our town. You feel me? But I rep Lil Haiti. Lil Haiti is what I rep, but it's Edison Projects. You know what I'm saying? Edison Projects affiliate. I'm a representative though.
Moved to places like Little River and Curl City in the 60s.
All right, Little River. Little River, just like I said, another place where they were hiding, like a lot of black people were hiding, like the Haitians and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Little River. Little River could have been considered as Little Haiti if that's the case. You feel me? Because it was like more Haitians over there. It was more Haitians was hiding over there until they got that wet feet stay shit. Not saying it's a bad thing. Everybody need the opportunity, but that's how they became who they is. It wasn't because nobody was like running from nobody. Nobody was scared of nobody. Nobody was killing each other. No, it wasn't like that. 9 times 10, the Haitians was killing Haitians. You know what I'm saying? To get y'all the truth. Because they started falling. All right, this is how it trickled down. The white people was already doing their thing, racism or whatever, with the black folks. It was black and white racism. White people said, fuck it, y'all stay on these sides, and we'll just take this side that was close to the water. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it was. So after that, I don't know if y'all ever look up Ilion and all that, but we'll get to that one of these days. When black folks started coming and migrating into Lemon City, not over, they was already in overtime. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. The white folks was going towards from Lemon City all the way to Biscayne to South Beach to down south. You feel me? Going around like this. They wasn't here. Black people ran all this. You get what I'm saying? Before Haitians and all this came, Mexicans and Cubans and all that came. So we wanted Lemon City. We wanted in on Lemon City because they had done made Edison Projects because they took some old army bunkers and made them into housings. You know what I'm saying? So we moved in, black folks moved in. I was born there. I was born 1976, November. I was born in Edison Projects. From Jackson Memorial Hospital straight to Edison Projects. My brother was born there. A lot of people I'm bringing on, they were born there. You know what I'm saying? My mama wasn't born in Miami. She was born in Mississippi, but she came down as a kid to Miami. My whole family came down. My grandma, her grandma, all this came to Miami and settled in Miami. Some of my people settled in Hialeah. Some of my people settled in Brown Sud. Some of my people settled in Scott Projects. Some of my people settled in PSU's, Poker Beans. Scott Projects, Poker Beans, and all that shit, Old Town and all that. Not South Beach. You didn't hear me say South Beach. You didn't hear me say none of that because we wasn't there. But then they opened up Lemon City to the black folks. Before Haitians came in, they opened it up to black folks. Black folks started staying in the Edison Projects, where I'm from. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's the history of my hood. I'm talking about Edison Projects, the thing that they call Lil Haiti. Like I say, I don't mind them saying Lil Haiti, but at least put Edison Projects and then put the quotations Lil Haiti. You feel me? how I got my title. That's how they should announce that. You know what I'm saying? Because even like I said, Haitians gonna tell y'all, real Haitians. I'm talking about Blind, Macazoo, Agno passed away, James Lowe passed away, Roxanne. All these people could tell y'all that what Edison Project is and what Lil Haiti is. But these people who writing this stuff like this, it had a mess with my head, and I was like, this is gonna be my first video. This is gonna be my first live about this right here, where a person talking and ain't even said, ain't mentioned my hood, but yet, let me show y'all something. Let me finish this out.
Today, the neighborhoods of Overtown and Coconut Grove are slowly becoming high-class areas.
You see how it look now? Now you tell me what that look like. That's ghetto at. This what Overtown, the so-called Lil Haiti, this what it look like now. That shit y'all see that look like South Beach, yeah, that's how it look now. Skyrise. But Edison Project sit right in the middle of this shit.
But with the newer developments, the streets of Miami still hold the crown as the roughest in Florida, as the brief success of communities between the 1930s and 1950s turned to one of the most respected areas in the country.
All right, that's that. But like I say, man, shout out to on the real street hood. It just, man, get your information right, man, from real niggas, man. Don't just go by them crackers documentary paper because you scared to go talk to a real nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Go really talk to a real nigga from out there, and they would have gave you a better history of lesson that you try to push out there, where you got 8,000 people watching you. You know what I'm saying? You need to give out the right information because we not African Americans. Like I say, no disrespect, just some, I got to straighten you when I see it. We don't have no problems with Haitians. We did have a problem with Haitians, but it was called racism. Edison Project is Edison Project. Edison Project is Lemon City. You know what I'm saying? You didn't show Lil Haiti. And I don't respect that. What you did when you were sitting in the grocery store or the Arab store talking to these dudes in North Miami, so you did show the store of Lil Haiti, but you got your facts wrong, buddy. That's not Lemon City. Lemon City is not Lil Haiti. If you was really in touch with the history of Miami, you would have went to, because I guarantee you're a Haitian. You would have went to go find Blind. You would probably went to try to reach out to Red Eye. You would probably try to reach out to Bird. You probably would have tried to reach out. You don't even got the graveyard on there. You get what I'm saying? So that's telling me y'all don't even know where the founders of where all this stuff was created at. You just talking. You just talking about what some white folks said, and I can tell that's how you quoted it because you said something about African American. We wasn't called African Americans, my brother. We was called black people, man. We were black people. We were we were the indigenous people of the United States, of Florida, of Miami. You know what I'm saying? So just do that, do that for me, man. The real street hood, man. Go do your research with real dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? I think you got a video with Junkie Zell. Now that's when you start really hearing the real facts about Miami too. Now I'm giving it to you. This is what motivated me to go ahead and start dropping this real facts and start talking about some of this history y'all throwing out there because y'all ain't telling the full truth. You trying to tell the part that like Miami was this badass place, this and this and this. Miami wasn't always bad, man. Especially not Edison Project. Especially not Liberty City. Especially not Overtown. Especially not Poker Beans. None of these places was always bad. And it wasn't because of the Haitians came up. It was because of Colombian. They let the Colombians in and they let them Cubans in, and the Cubans started giving us dope, and we started making money. And you know what they say, more money be more problem. You like you got to understand because right now, if you that dude that wrote this and you like 17, back in my 17, we used to get money. We ain't even worry about no YouTube, no camera, no none of that. You feel me? We most of our kingpins in Miami, they was like 16, 17 years old. Most of the purse snatchers in Miami that was that was snatching books from white folks, tourists, as y'all know, as snatching books. But y'all didn't know that till now. I'll give y'all the history on that one of these things. Um, we used to jack the tourists. We used to rob the snatch purses. And there's a lot of stuff, history you didn't put in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of history you ain't put in there, man. So I got to figure out how to get my computer to work right. Like y'all see, I got the laptop right here. I got the computer I'm on right now. Shout out to my dog, y'all seeing here, the menace, man, my brother, man. Um, we got to get this together, man, cause we can't let our history be tarnished by these young dudes that's telling a story that ain't about nothing, man. The real history is Miami wasn't always a gangsta ass place. It it wasn't always a shoot 'em up bang bang place. Nowhere was. Nowhere wasn't even, shooting up bang bang when I was growing up. Yeah, Miami is the father of a lot of y'all dudes doing a lot of gangsta ass shit. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. We didn't know no, there wasn't no gang code. It was your neighborhood code. You were from this neighborhood. I guess that would be considered as a gang. So for him to say and didn't even put, like I say, he didn't even put Scott Project in to the last minute. He didn't put the real little Haiti in there. So I want to just tell my young Haitians, man, start reporting news y'all don't know, man. Reporting news that these white folks telling y'all, man. Y'all reading up from these white folks and what these white folks tell, because that ain't it. That ain't it, my brother. And it's time for the truth about my neighborhood, Edison Projects. You know what I'm saying? It'd be 305. You feel me? Dade County. It's time for us to stand up, older dudes to stand up and tell our history. And it's coming. All you gotta do is stay tuned, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff. And more of this Miami talk gonna come. I'm bringing it. And I got interviews setting up an interview with my brother Dominicus. And he ain't from Florida or Miami. He from, Baltimore. You feel me? So he gonna be on here to tell this story, and that's the platform I'm finna start. We gonna create. We're gonna create where we could get a history, a document of people's true story, and not a story that these white folks keep telling, and they tell y'all foreigners one story, and y'all believe it, and y'all ain't never go ask a real nigga, a real Floridian, a real Dade County ass nigga, a real Miami nigga, a real Edison Project ass nigga, and that's what y'all got. Y'all done woke up the bill. Shout out to my dog OG Jump. Man, we gonna get that interview going. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview of what I'm talking about before I hit it out of here and start up doing what else I can either do. Let me I'm gonna bring that boy into the situation. Matter of fact, it's one that he already was on. So y'all, yeah, but I'm gonna bring that boy here to the OG Jump, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out, and y'all can get the different flip of it too from him. Why would you put your family business on Facebook? I got a problem with that. Coming soon to the channel, man. My brother Jump, man. He gonna be on here soon, man. But I'm gonna let him speak. Y'all might not never heard of this before. That's what they call her. That mama. Y'all don't know about that piccolo or none of that, so Ain't my fault, man. Luke them ain't pushing like they needed to. So,
I see y'all had them tapped in, man. Glad that y'all tapped in. I'm gonna cut the music down for a little minute. But what I was just talking about early in my live, I was talking about people words. You know, sometimes words do hurt, but who gives a damn about that? Bitch can say what the hell they want to say. That don't mean the shit that they actually talking. They fucking walking it.
real talk.
So when they were talking about like, oh, you know, he run Miami. The guy he say he run Miami. I don't care nothing about all that.
Y'all know he talking about that what you call it thing, but this dude I'm gonna bring on sooner or later, and he gonna give y'all more, you know, his side of growing up in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Because he certain things happen in this life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let him do it when he able to come on and start kicking the bobo with us. You feel me? But we gonna keep the I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep this going. Try to get this done tomorrow. So y'all tune in. Make sure you have on your notifications, man, and all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody who came through. Shout out to my dog, the manager. Y'all make sure y'all go by his channel. Go hit that subscribe button. And you know what to say over there. 48 hours. Y'all. Oh shit. Excuse me. Y'all already know. Like I said, the next live gonna be a little better. And because I'm like I said, I'm doing the interviews, so I'm gonna start up the interviews as soon as I can. I think live wire he already ready. The minutes, I mean. But I need to get the situation rolling where I can get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep practicing on my speeching and trying to be comfortable in front of the camera. And I don't need to look up no facts about Miami because I'm from Miami. I'm born and raised in Miami. I'm from Jackson Memorial Hospital, born at Jackson Memorial Hospital. You know what I'm saying? Then I died in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Went to jail so many times in Miami. Not nothing I glorify, but the stuff I want to tell, the stories I'm gonna tell, is stuff that I hope that help my son and maybe anybody else that's from Miami and they sons to not do the stuff and make the mistakes that we made, man. But they got to understand they were plentiful when we did the mistake. It ain't plentiful now. So it's time to just cut it out. It ran its time and it's over with. You feel me? So until next time, man. This y'all already know who it is, man. It's Yogi, man. This real talk. Real Miami talk. This real Miami talk. I got to get the title together, you feel me? This real Miami talk. And we gonna catch y'all on the next one. Hope y'all have a good, blessed day, man. Y'all stay dangerous out there, man. Because it could go down at any moment, you feel me? Thank God for life. And y'all gonna hear that quote again, that thank God for life, bunga bunga, you a ugly nigga. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch that, y'all find out where I get that from and why I say that stuff and stuff like that, man. So y'all stay tuned in if y'all rocking with the episode 1. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we gone, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's 48 hours.